வணக்கம் என் உயிரினும் மேலான இனிய தமிழ் மக்களே எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? This is your host Venki, and on Southern Spice today we have a very interesting guest. Welcome to all of you. It's 11 a.m. Eastern time in New Jersey, and people were joining us from India 8:30 p.m. and people joining us from Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, Dubai, UK, wherever you are. Welcome to the show. அமெரிக்க அலப்பறைகள் எதுக்கு ஆரம்பிச்சோம் அப்படின்றது வாரம் நான் எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். Southern Spice Tamil Radio that you see on my background is a radio show that I started 2004. So it's been running for 15 years on FM and AM radio in New York, New Jersey. This year in 2020, like everything changed for everybody, radio changed for me, and it's come to social media. So now we are on Facebook and YouTube Live only. We are no longer on FM and AM. And what that has done to Southern Spice is earlier we were restricted to listeners who were in New Jersey. Now we have viewers who are all over the world. And I'm really glad that this change happened. So along with me, I have my co-host Ramya, who I'm going to bring onto the screen right now. So let's welcome. Hey Ramya, welcome.
Hi Venki. Hi everybody.
All right. So I was just telling everybody that we've been doing Southern Space. Ramya has been my co-host, and she's joining me today. And why are we doing this series, America Alapparaigal? Idu vandu COVID. Originally, we started doing fundraising for instrumentalists, musicians in Chennai who were struggling during the COVID pandemic. I think I can hear myself. There's an echo. So Ramya, I'm going to mute you for a second. And so அவங்களுக்காக ஃபண்ட்ரைஸ் பண்றதுக்காக we started with the musicians, and அந்த சீரீஸ் இப்போ லாஸ்ட் 4-5 months போயிட்டு இருக்கு. We've featured a lot of good musicians on the show. நீங்க Facebook பேஜ்ல Southern Spice Tamil Radioல போய் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா you'll see all the past events that we've had, and we've raised some money through this charity called Punarjanmam, which is a trust that is registered in India, in Chennai, run by my good friend Raghu Rajgopal. So Punarjanmam Foundation Trust மூலமா we are raising funds to help people who are struggling without income during this COVID pandemic. And we are really praying and hoping that the pandemic ends soon and people get back to normalcy, and our dear musicians are able to get back on stage, perform, and earn a living. So till such time, we'll continue doing this series. And in that series of different artists, today we are going to feature a very interesting artist from Mumbai. Her name is Vijayaa Shankar, and she is a singer, composer, voice artist, teacher. She's a music guru. She's she can do both Carnatic as well as Hindustani, and she's sung more than 2,500 jingles for ad films. And she's been giving voiceover for leading actresses like Vidya Balan, Shilpa Shetty, and so many of them for ad films. And and she teaches a lot of students across India and maybe even out of India. She's also a social worker. So இது மாதிரி அவங்களுக்கு நிறைய பரிமாணங்கள் இருக்கு. She's got so many different dimensions to her. So Ramya, why don't we welcome Vijaya to the stage? Yes?
Absolutely.
Okay, Vijaya, welcome.
That was such a wonderful introduction. Thank you, Venki. Thank you, Ramya. Thanks for having me on this show.
Vijaya, it's a great pleasure having you.
Thank you. Same here.
Good thing about Southern Spice and America Alapparaigal, in collaboration with Ramya and my other co-host Sridhar, who's not here on the show today, we are finding so many artists. Of course, we started off doing with very popular artists like Rajesh Vaidya, Mandolin Rajesh, Lydian Nadapur, already Anil Srinivasan and Karthik Iyer. But we're also coming across so many beautiful artists who are just tucked away in their own place, and not too many people have heard. For example, you have sung a song in the movie Vishwarupam, and your name didn't feature in the titles, in the credits.
Yes.
So why don't we start with that? I want to hear you sing that song and talk about that.
Okay. I shall start with the parts that myself and Hamsika Iyer sang it. மாயத்திருடன் கண்ணா கண்ணா காமக்கலைஞன் கண்ணா கண்ணா மாயத்திருடன் கண்ணா கண்ணா காமக்கலைஞன் கண்ணா கண்ணா உன்னை காணாது நான் இன்று நான் இல்லையே விதையில்லாமல் வேறில்லையே உன்னை காணாமல் நான் இன்று நான் இல்லையே விதையில்லாமல் வேறில்லையே மாயத்திருடன் கண்ணா கண்ணா காமக்கலைஞன் கண்ணா கண்ணா மாயத்திருடன் கண்ணா கண்ணா காமக்கலைஞன் கண்ணா கண்ணா நீதம் காண்கின்றவான் கூட சுகமல்ல இதம் தேடும் கனா கூட சுகமல்ல நீ இல்லாமல் நான் இல்லையே உன்னை காணாது உன்னை காணாது உன்னை காணாது உன்னை காணாது கமதானி சாரி ராம கமரிகரிச உன்னை காணாது பெண் என்று பெண்ணில்லையே விதையில்லாமல் வேறில்லையே ஆயத்தம் மாயா நீ வா ஆயா மாயா ஆயத்தம் மாயா நீ வா ஆயா மாயா ஆயத்தம் மாயா நீ வா. Thank you. You need more?
All right. No, that was great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
So a lot of people have a little confusion. I've seen a lot of people having this query about whether this is Jajavanti, which is we also call as Jujavanti, or Rag Pilu. But my constant answer to people is, when you come to light music, we call that in North India, they say Rag Adharit. That is, it's based on a raga.
Mm-hmm.
It is not, because they take a lot of liberties. When you come to classical, the grammar of the classical music has to be intact. But when you come to light, which is why it's light, it doesn't have any specific grammar. So aesthetically, wherever you want to move, you keep moving. So idoda or comparison la or Tamil part Carnatic song sollanuna jagadodharana adisidale yashoda jagadodharana adisidale yashoda jagadodharana. Pure our. So the North India Vijayaa na banda Akhilan Deveshwari Rakshama Shri Akhilan Deveshwari. So இதுவும் இருக்கு அதுவும் இருக்கு என்ன தபம் செய்தனே யசோதா. ஸோ இதுவும் இருக்கு. அப்போ ஒரு ஹிந்துஸ்தானி சாங் எடுத்தேன்னா बरसन लागे सावन बूंदिया राजा तोरे बिन लागे ना मोरा जिया. बरसन लागे सावन बूंदिया राजा तोरे बिन लागे ना मोरा जिया जिया
Wow. வந்து என்ன மியூசிக்கல் கிக் ஸ்டார்ட் ஃபார் த டே ஃபார் அஸ் எஸ்பெஷலி இது கோஇன்சிடென்ஸா தெரியல விஜயா நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக் கோகுலாஷ்டமி கிருஷ்ண ஜெயந்தி இஸ் கமிங் அண்ட் யூ ஆர் லைனிங் அப் கிருஷ்ணா சாங்ஸ் திஸ் இஸ் பியூட்டிஃபுல்
Yes,
Wow, what a connection. Ramya, awesome. So, Vijaya, நம்ம வந்து அமெரிக்கா அலப்பறைகள் அப்படின்ற ஷோ பேரு. So I just want to quickly start with one அலப்பறை. I know you came to US and அதுவே ஒரு பெரிய அலப்பறையா இருந்தது. எனக்கு கரெக்டா naming was like that. So why don't you tell us about that experience, just briefly? Did we lose her?
Yeah. இன்டர்நெட் அப்பப்ப வந்து தன்னோட கைவண்ணத்தை காமிச்சிட்டு போறது.
Right. So this is what happened. Till Vijaya comes back, I will narrate part of it. Vijaya was invited to speak at the United Nations in New York because she's part of a charity organization. There she comes. She's back, so she'll talk about it.
Yeah. So you want to talk about like the NGO?
Yes.
Yeah.
So and they invited you to come in. Yeah, Arupati.
Come again?
No, you were invited to come to US.
Yeah. Of course. So I had my visit to US was through my NGO, Indian Development Foundation, of which I'm a trustee, board of trustee. So I was to represent the 64th Women's Commission for to discuss women's status there.
Wonderful.
So, it was wonderful on paper. It was wonderful while I flew. It was wonderful when I landed. It was even more wonderful when everything like went for a wash.
Oh my God.
But the best thing for me was my stay there with Venki and family and meeting a couple of friends. And before even I could get off my jet lag, I was back in India. But I still loved this whole trip. I really loved it. How much ever I spent, it was beautiful. So that's when we were discussing about Southern Spice and America Alapparaigal. I also went for the Kannada Hindi special. I did few things. I mean, we went for a housewarming where I sang. I mean, in a jet lag state, I tried to sing something. All fire things happened. Except for the conference. So IDF, coming back to IDF, it's Indian Development Foundation. But when it started, the NGO, it started as Indian Leprosy Foundation. So our president and founder is the 92-year-old young person, Dr. A.R.K. Pillai. It's amazing. When he landed in Mumbai many years ago in 1947, the first cup of chai that he got is from a leper.
Wow.
So that's when he decided that whenever possible, I'm going to work for this cause. I'm going to eradicate this. So that's when he was working under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Then he was working for an ad agency and everything. And suddenly he decided to quit everything. And he was he was supporting an organization by the Indian government to eradicate. So from about how many millions, it came up to 1 lakh and a few thousands now. So recently, like many years back, like they decided rather than focusing on leprosy and tuberculosis, we started focusing on education for children, empowering women, dignity for girl child, student leadership programs for children. So these are our main activities. And I kind of support all of these causes. So one of the particular cause that I'm director of is dignity for women or dignity for a girl child. So we have taken a pledge for 1 million girl child to give her sanitary hygiene. So I do fundraising concerts for this. It's called MQ, Meditation, Music and Masti. So we do this for corporates, we do this for schools, we do this for colleges, everybody. So in today's time, we need calming, lots of calming, which is why the meditation. So I guide them, guide my participants as to how to focus on their breath, how to calm themselves. So it's very, very helpful for the students when they are in their 10th or their 12th and preparing for exams.
Especially now, Vijaya, 2020, it is very...
I would be more than happy to do this. In fact, in an online platform, it's very, very important. Then we do some fun activities, like it just brings the child out of them, laughing and jumping and doing all sorts of things. Then songs and music and dance, just completely losing yourself to film songs, to Bollywood, to Tollywood, to folk songs, to multi languages. To luckily, I'm blessed with language skills. Like I'm a linguist, so it's I can easily cover people of all states, and that's how I collect funds. With this, we provide annual sanitary requirements for a girl child, which is a complete kit for their sanitary hygiene. Everything possible that a girl needs during that time, we provide that.
It's a great cause, Vijaya.
But Punarjanmam is such a beautiful. You really give Punarjanmam to people, and such
You
a wonderful.
proved that you are a linguist. இப்ப நான் வந்து என்னோட பொண்ணுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்கற மாதிரி கை விரல் விட்டு என்ன போறேன். உங்களுக்கு எத்தனை languages தெரியும்?
9ல இருந்து 10.
Wow. Wow. So, do you have like a close to the heart? ஏன்னா linguistங்கிறது ஒரு கடல். When you're not only speaking, you're not only familiar with the language. நீங்க பாடவும் செய்றீங்க. Right? So, do you have like I know I read about your work in Marathi, for instance.
Yeah.
So, do you have a close to the heart language, or what is your mother tongue?
My mother tongue is Tamil.
Oh.
But I'm a Tamil, partially raised in Kolkata, then Delhi. Now in
lovely.
Mumbai.
Very nice.
So, of course.
Correct.
Yeah. So Bengali is very close to my heart. But every language, when I start talking, I feel I belong there.
Lovely.
And I want to be like that. So
in fact, in current generation, Vijaya, Shreya Ghoshal, for instance, அவங்க தமிழ் பாடினாலும் சரி, பெங்காலி பாடினாலும் சரி, ஹிந்தி பாடினாலும் சரி, அவங்க வந்து உச்சரிப்பு.
She's amazing, unbeatable.
Yeah.
She's amazing. ஒரு காலம் we had Udit ji and all. அவங்க பாடின பாட்டும் என்ஜாய் பண்ணிருக்கோம். அதுல ஒரு அழகு இருந்தது, ஒரு கொச்சத்தனம் ஒரு இது. But this is extremely beautiful. What Shreya does is amazing.
உதித் நாராயணன் ஜி வந்து இன்னுமே ஞாபகம் இருக்கு விஜயா மேம். பருவா இல்லே அப்படிம்பாரு, பரவா இல்லை அப்படிங்கறத பருவா இல்லே அப்படிம்பாரு. அதையும் நாங்க ரசிச்சோம், எங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சது அதுவும்.
Yeah.
Actually, along with Udit Narayan in Kannada,
yes. I've sung with Udit ji, I've sung with Kailash Kher, Karthik, Benny Dayal, Sonu Nigam, Hariharan ji, Leslie Lewis, name them, Shan, Kavita ma'am, a lot of people, a whole lot of people.
Very nice. So we need to traverse your journey, Vijaya as a singer and then Vijaya as a composer, because you've released an album, you've composed music for a couple of movies also. So we go back to talking, because I think people have been waiting for.
Oh yeah. So what would you want me to sing now?
என்னோட personal request, I want to hear Marathi and Bengali from you. I genuinely do.
Okay. So Marathi means I'll sing the song which I did, like the composed music for.
Yeah.
It's called Vijayaa Shankar. It's again about girl child and education. How like parents, poor farmer parents, they are in a turmoil whether to give away the child to parents who can give her life and education, or keep them with themselves. And they are caught up in this whole thing. And finally, they end up giving the child up for her own better. Yeah. So though they want to keep the child, all the farmers' things, farmers' life and their plight, what they've been going through, then they think that, okay, just for our own selfish thing, we cannot ruin a child's life. So a couple who are very fond of the child school teacher and his wife, they offer, they say we want to. And that's how the child goes. So this child is about how a parent brings up a child. அப்படியே நம்ம கூட குழந்தை விளையாடி நம்மளோட இதில் எல்லாம் பண்ணக்கப்புறம் when the child has to leave, what the parent feels. So I'll sing that for you. साता जन्माची पुण्याई जेव्हा फुले ते फळते, साता जन्माची पुण्य जेव्हा फुलते फळते माया बापाच्या अंगणी लेक होऊन खेळते माया बापाच्या अंगणी लेक होऊन खेळते काही कावळी कालची दिसा मासान वाढली फूल होणी भूल परिसराला वाढले तिच्या सुवासन कस असं कस तिचे सुवासन कस अंतरंग दरवळते माया बापाच्या अंगणी लेक होऊन खेळते माया बापाच्या अंगणी लेक होऊन खेळते.
லிட்ரலி அர்த்தமே புரிய வேண்டாம் விஜயா மேம். நீங்க கான்டெக்ட் சொல்லிட்டேன். When you are singing, right, I can visualize a Maharashtrian women wearing a nath and singing this song. அத்தனை casual-ஆ இருக்கு, to be honest.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
So
then yeah, she wanted Bangla as well, right?
Bangla as well, yes.
Okay. So this is about Shiva. Well, you all know about Durga Puja, the Navaratri.
Of course.
So adila vandu it is in Bengal it's considered that Ma Durga is coming to her maternal home, like she's coming amma vittukku vara. So before coming there she's seeking permission, and Shiva is in meditation, deep meditation. So she is requesting Shiva and she's telling, oh Shiva, kindly open your eyes. My dad is here to take me along. Enga appa en vandirukka ena kootin poradhukku ninga kanna thorந்து oru தடவை ஓகே சொல்லுங்களே நான் போயிட்டு வந்து விடுறேன். ஸோ நானே ஒரு அம்மா, எனக்கு தெரியும் ஒரு அப்பா அம்மா மனசு எவ்வளோ வேதனைப்படும் குழந்தைகளை பார்க்கறதுக்கு. ஸோ என்ன ஒரு 2-3 நாளைக்கு என்னை விட்டுருங்க. ஸோ இட்ஸ் பிலீவ் தட் ஷி கோஸ் ஆன் ஷஷ்டி அண்ட் ஷி ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ் பேக் ஆன் தசமி. ஸோ அவள் வந்து ஷஷ்டிக்கு போகிறதுக்கு ஷீஸ் லைக் ரொம்ப கெஞ்சரா, ரொம்ப ஒரு மாதிரி ஷீஸ் டெல்லிங், ஓ சிவா. ஸோ ஷீஸ் சேயிங், wake up, oh Lord, wake up now. So I'll sing that for you. Vadana tana madanori vadana tana madanori jabo pita Bashuti Badana Tala Madanoripu Javo Pitar Bashuti Ishichin Pita Ajara Amai Bane Cholo Cholo Duti Aakhi Cholo Cholo Ki Agai Pushupati Badano Tolo Badano Tolo Badana Tala Badana Tala Badana Tala Badana Tala Badana Tala. So, oh Pashupati, Lift yourself up. Come on, open your eyes. My father has come here.
Nice.
Allow me to
Actually,
go.
your students are so gifted, ma'am, because I feel like and the storytelling, the weaving of storytelling before teaching a song is extremely important.
Yeah.
ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கு ரிலேட்டபிலிட்டி இருக்கும் மனசளவுல அந்த சாங் நமக்கு உட்காந்துரும் so you kind of are describing the context so beautifully well.
Thank you so much. But let me tell you, it's just not the context of the story of a song. I'm a vocal coach. I'm not a party teacher. I'm a vocal coach. So before introducing my students to any song, I introduce them to their vocal cords. I tell them how to use this instrument called vocal cord. What are the things, how breath is important, how you can change textures, how you can hit a note. Like any instrument has a specific space and a certain intensity to bring that tone or that sound of that note. Even we have the same spacings and positions in our mouth. Anga correct on the tongue and teeth and cavities use panni hit panninanaka and the sound varum apashruti varadu. So, and also how to use this texture, like heavy eppadi paadradhu, thin eppadi paadradhu, Carnatic la eppadi paadradhu. How do you use this vocal cord? Suppose I am doing a எனக்கு ஒரு உஷாவுத்து பாட்டு சொல்லணும்னா I'll have to go into a different zone from what I sang right now. இப்போ இருந்தேன்னா दोस्तों से प्यार किया दुश्मनों से बदला लिया. Suppose I'll have to reduce this also. Suppose दोस्तों से प्यार किया दुश्मनों से बदला लिया जो भी किया हमने किया शान से प्यार करने वाले प्यार करते हैं शान से जीते हैं शान से मरते हैं शान से. So you'll have to change texture. That is so important, or a style.
I'm sure for all the singers in New Jersey and other parts of world in India who are watching in the voice coaching, it's a cuddle, right? It is a subject by itself. They are going to find this very insightful.
Yeah. So because it's like how it's all about air. If you inhale through nose, you exhale through nose. While singing or talking also you do the same thing. People make a mistake of pushing their voice out of the mouth. It's as if you're puking the air out. No, there's a controlled way. You have to send your sound through the nasal cavity. Adhula auto reverb and compactness and resonance varum.
Nice. So Vijaya, we have to really talk. We can keep talking about this thing for a long time. I want to definitely touch about the jingles that you've done. Right, you've done more than 2,500 jingles. How did you get to that? And tell us about that journey.
You know what? Initially, when I got married, I was in Vijayaa, Andhra. Then I was in Chennai for about a year or so. Then we came to Mumbai. I came to Mumbai and I was like, till then I had not taken music as a career. And I already had my first baby. So I'm like this nice housewife, mommy is singing for Golus and all relatives, Kalyanam. Oh, thank you. Feeling so good about the whole thing. It never even struck to me that I could make a profession out of it. Then I come here and my husband says, start singing, go out. I'm like, go out? He's like, no, I don't know, just do it. You start going. And then through Just Dial, I took a list of all the composers and studios and stuff. You know what? With this nice South so I was wearing sari and all, sari and baby. With the baby, I went for an audition.
Wow.
And I kept the baby on my lap and the feeding bottle I started giving my audition. Now I laughed at all that. I was
Wonderful.
naive, or what was it? I don't know. I went, I got approved, and immediately I got my first jingle, which is the Vico turmeric, and multi-language. So it was that the வாங்க பெண்ண அழகான மணமகளாய் மாத்தலாம் வாங்க மறந்து போயிட்டேன் இப்போ மேனே பூசலாம் வாங்க பெண்ண அழகான மணமகளாய் மாத்தலாம் Vico turmeric இல்ல காஸ்மெட்டிக் Vico turmeric ஐபிடி cream. So இது multiple languages.
Wow.
I did it. But
இது வந்து இதெல்லாம் you are literally describing my childhood. Vico turmeric adla my childhood. அதாவது
இல்ல Vico is one ad, அது என்னோட childhoodல இருந்தது. இது the upgraded version which I did. Yeah. Which I did. So that was my first ad. அதுக்கப்புறம் நிறைய பண்ணினேன். கோக் பண்ணினேன், டாடா சால்ட் பண்ணேன், வந்து ஸ்ரீதேவி மேம்க்கு வந்து அக்னி டீனை பண்ணினேன். Many Coke, they're like Vivekananda English Training Academy. Chennai people will identify. அதுல வந்து ஒரு ஹவுஸ் ஹெல்ப் வந்து அவ்வளோ ஈஸியா அவங்க இங்கிலீஷ் படிச்சானாக்கா அவங்க பாடிட்டே பெருக்குறாங்க. There's a voice inside my head. அந்த மாதிரி.
ஆமா.
You're the one for me, and we'll be happy as we can be. போயிட்டேன் தம்பி அப்படின்னு அழகா அப்படி பெருக்கிட்டு அவங்க போய்.
Oh my god. மேம் எனக்கு வந்து ரொம்பவே ஒரு ஆச்சரியமாவும் வியப்பாவும் இருக்கு. இதெல்லாம் வந்து எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம்லி பாப்புலர் ஆட்ஸ், அது பிரைம் டைம்ல போட்ட ஆட்ஸ். இதெல்லாம் வந்து I can't believe that you are the voice behind. I mean only because it has an impact, right? The reason I'm saying, just like நீங்க சொன்னே இல்லையா, குழந்தைய வச்சு நான் என்னோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இது வந்து கேட்டேன். You may think it's naive. Actually when we listen to it, it's keeping it real.
Yeah. அத ப்ரூவும் பண்ணிருக்கேனே. ப்ரூவுடன் ஆரம்பம் ஆனந்தம். அப்புறம் ரீசன்ட் ப்ரூ மலையாளத்துல பண்ண, if there are Malayali audience, it's a very popular one. ഒരു കപ്പിൽ പാല് മറ്റനിൽ ചേർക്കൂ ബ്രൂ, അല്പം മധുരം ചേർക്കൂ, പിന്നെ മിക്സ് തുടങ്ങൂ, ഈ കപ്പീന്ന് ആ കപ്പിലേക്ക് ടേസ്റ്റി കോഫി ഇങ്ങോട്ട് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് ഹസ്ബൻഡ് കലക്കിയല്ലോ. അച്ഛാ, one of the most popular one is Khazana. அது கேட்டிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? So வித விதமாய் வித்தியாசமாய் அழகழகாய் அற்புதமாய் நிச்சயமாய் அது. ஸோ அதோட காஜலோட தோற ரக ரகமாய் ரம்யமாய் நிஜ நிஜமாய் நிச்சயமாய் நிச்சயமாய் கசானா நிச்சயமாய் கசானா.
Beautiful, beautiful. Venki, there is a lot of work that goes behind writing jingles. இல்லையா? ஜிங்கிள்ஸ் இப்போ லைக் even from my own personal experience, நிறைய காப்பி ரைட்டர்ஸ் அது எழுதும் போது அவ்வளவு தாட் ப்ராசஸ் கோஸ் பிஹைண்ட் இட். அது நீங்க டெலிவர் பண்றச்சே இட்ஸ் வெரி பியூட்டிஃபுல். நிஜமாவே ரொம்ப பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா இருக்கு.
சந்தூர் ஆட் அதே மாதிரி தான். சந்தூர் சந்தூர் all almost 13 languages ஏதோ பண்ணது.
Wow. So அது மாதிரி 2500 jingles you've done or more.
Fanta, Konitsa.
Very nice.
Lots,
and how many of these ads, like you said, Kajol, and then a lot of leading actresses have acted in these ads. And part mattu illama avanga pesra koralum you have given as a voice over.
Yeah, for Shilpa Shetty, for Kandana Ranaut, for Vidya Balan. And all. It's so much fun. It's a different fun altogether. அந்த மைக்கு முன்னாடி நின்னாலே ஒரு சந்தோஷம் வந்துரும். நம்ம அறியாம.
அது சரி.
When you go live, that is a different happiness. ஒரு transform ஆடாது, நமக்குள்ள வேற ஏதோ நுழைஞ்ச மாதிரி ஆயிடும். When you are on as a teacher, there is some other avatar. When you are on stage, some other avatar. When you are in front of mic for ad, it's something else.
Nice.
So எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இந்த எஃபோர்ட்லெஸ்ஸா ஜகிள் பண்ற ஆர்டிஸ்ட் நிறைய பேர் இருந்தாலும் அட்லீஸ்ட் ஃப்ரம் அவர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வெங்கி நம்ம நிறைய ஸ்ட்ரேட் சிங்கர்ஸ் அப்புறம் லைட் மியூசிக் சிங்கர்ஸ் அப்புறம் ஜிங்கிள் பாடுறா இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வெரி டைவர்ஸ் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம்ல டிராவல் பண்ணவளோட நிறைய பேசினது இல்லை. ஸோ பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தட் கியூரியாசிட்டி when you're doing jingle, right, how do you prep yourself as opposed to a recording, a general recording or a stage performance?
See, preparation wise, jingle is actually very short. Or 30
Correct.
seconds, you have to give that expression. Based
Correct.
on your expression, உங்களுக்குலாம் இதெல்லாம் ஞாபகம் இருக்குன்னா அதுல ஒரு certain இருக்கு, recollection value இருக்கு, ஒரு certain composition value இருக்கு. So the composer has to create something so beautiful so that the Aam Janta, the public in general, is able to keep it in mind. So Santoor சொன்னா maybe அந்த product recollection value இருக்கு. நான் அந்த சொல்ற விதத்துல இருக்கு. Suppose I don't do justice to that. I remember, I'll tell you, I'll be very honest. Initially when I came, so இந்த மாதிரி audition கொடுக்கும்போது one of my auditions ரொம்ப nervous ஆயிட்டேன். என்னமோ தெரியல, ரொம்ப nervous ஆயிட்டேன். And I was like that. Nervous ஆனோன்னா என்னாச்சு, I did one jingle in a certain way and that guy said வந்து உங்களை வேணா ஜிங்கிளுக்கு இல்ல என்னோட ஃபியூனரலுக்கு வேணா கூப்பிடுறேன். எனக்கு பக்குன்னு போயிடுது. நீங்க ரொம்ப வருத்தமா என்னோட ப்ராடக்ட விக்கிறீங்களே, அது ஃபியூனரல். I was like, oh my god, that shook me up. From then till today I said இனிமே அந்த மாதிரி.
What a constructive feedback, like to think of it. யாரு என்ன
ஒரு அற வெச்ச மாதிரி இருந்தது.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. This is a true Alapparai moment. This is a true Alapparai moment.
Yes. So
yeah, tell me.
Yeah, no, I mean, in the interest of time, right, we only have another 24 minutes.
Yeah.
There's so much to touch upon in your repertoire.
Yeah.
Vijaya, as a stage singer, you've performed how many stage shows, how many locations, where all have you done?
To be honest with you, like I'm a very late starter. I started my career late. Then because of bringing up children and family responsibilities and so many, so I didn't take up too much of stage show also. Far and few I was taking. But now since last couple of years, like 5-6 years, I've been on, which is why maybe a lot of people wouldn't know because I wasn't doing that kind. I was happy in my, ad zone and commercial zone and all that because quicker poite vandurlam. So you can take care of the family also. Then I started giving Carnatic concerts, Tanya. Then I started giving bhajan concerts. Bhajan concerts is a different trip altogether. Like you transcend everything. Then you have the film concerts or the light music concerts or the Sufi concerts. So the different concerts irukku. So then last year I performed in Australia, in various places in Australia. I thought of performing in the US this time, but somehow it didn't work. I performed in Bahrain la panirke. And other places I'm still working. Like only now I've started pushing myself. I was so much into family and this and that. I wasn't pushing myself enough. But now I think they're all grown up and I feel I want to push and I just want to celebrate this whole thing of being a singer.
I saw a video of you performing on stage and the entire audience was on their feet dancing. You got the whole audience up and, celebrating. Was it a college or something? Because I saw a lot of youngsters.
That was that M-Cube thing that I was telling, M-Cube meditation music and Masti. I didn't think these teenage kids would connect. I was like, till at that time, I was like, ayyo, Bhagwane, nanavadiya ponume. I should not be a illa tomato eriya kudade koindal munadi na porene. Apdi anga pona avanga perivalanala na koindha anena theriyala. I was transformed and they were all like crowding and mobbing and dancing and not wanting to leave. Literally, I mean, it was so much fun. It was so much fun, I can't tell you. So this is the kind of fun we have. அங்க போன உடனே ஒரு தனி டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஆயிடும். அது வரைக்கும் ஒரு பயம் இருக்கும். And I think for an artist that is required. அந்த ஒரு பயம் இருந்தா ஓரளவுக்கு performance anxiety so that you do better, not to destroy yourself completely and goof up on stage. I've done goofing ups also as a young teenager. முதல்ல ஸ்டேஜ்ல போட்டோன்னு முழுங்கி அப்பா வேற ஃப்ரண்ட்ல உட்காந்து முழிச்சு பாப்பா கண்லேருந்து தண்ணியா வரும், வாயிலேருந்து விக்கலா வரும். All that has happened. In all my college contests, I would go just before going on to stage. I would go out, puke, feel comfortable, then go to stage, but win all the contests. Every competition that my college sent, I would win and come. But this was mandatory for me to.
Oh God.
So, no.
Yeah, I remember coming to one of your Carnatic concerts in a temple in Chennai.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. There also I was nervous, no? Little bit.
Yeah.
Ratnagirishwarar.
You delivered beautifully. The 2 hours or something was like nothing.
Yeah.
I think once you get going, music takes over.
It's about warming up.
Yeah. Amazing. So now also things that we need to talk about your composing side, right? So you sang one song from a Marathi film that you composed.
Yeah.
You've done Kannada film?
Kannada film again. I did as a co-composer, though being my first thing as a composer stint in terms of film music. Non-film, I've done many albums. One of the most beautiful album which I did with Mr. Ramesh Vinayakam, the genius musician from Chennai. He did the music arrangements for me, and it's one of the closest to my heart. Moksha Mantras of Shiva. You can hear it on the YouTube. All of your audiences, they can. Beautiful, really. So adukapra idu vande as a composer I got this, but again that being my first stint, I didn't get credit. That doesn't matter, but I was happy in doing the work. So a month or so I was in Bangalore and I was co-composing and creating. So we composed and I sang this song with Carnatic also. So on the part vande ipdi pochu. It was for actor Jaggesh. He's a MLA or something also in Karnataka.
Yes.
Tunta ಕಾಡುತ್ತಾವೋ ಕಣ್ಣೋಟ ಆಡುತ್ತಾವೋ ಚೆಲ್ಲಾಟ ವಿರಹದೆ ನಾನು ಬಳಲಿದೆನೋ ಆಲಂಗಿಸು ನನ್ನನೋ ಹೇ ತರಿತ್ತಾರಿರಾರೆ ಹೇ ತರಿತ್ತಾರಿರಾರೆ ಹೇ ತರಿತ್ತಾರಿರಾರೆ.
Wow. Ma'am, your versatility is putting me in awe. You're shifting gear comfortably with languages and the memories around the various other things are just, it's fantastic. We're getting a lot of feedback.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so people are enjoying what your Malayalam jingles are super.
Thank you. Thanks to them.
And there's a person saying jingles play a major part in etching the product and branding in public mind. If it takes off, then the product and branding has a long life.
Yeah.
That's true. So Moksh Mantra, that album, is it available for people?
So earlier on it was the physical CD was available. Now it's all, you can go to Times Music, you can subscribe it from there, or it's on it's put up on the YouTube channels or Spotify or iTunes, wherever you can find it. Moksha Mantras of Shiva, Mukti Mantras, Garbha Raksha.
Very nice.
I've done Venkatesha Suprabhatam, I've done Ganesha Suprabhatam, which there's a temple called Dagrushed Ganpati in Pune. Every morning they play my Suprabhatam there. So Vishnu Sahasranamam, lot of spiritual Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Mahalakshmi, Lalita Sahasranama, lot of other spiritual. I've also been a part of Mile Sur Mera Tumhara, Phir Mile Sur Mera Tumhara. Again, name credit panla. I feel bad, but that's okay. I'm happy I did the work.
Practice. Why wouldn't they give credit to a person who sung or co-composed or done that?
In Milesur, I can tell you with all my honesty, I co-composed for the Malayalam, which Yesudas sir and Vijayaa sang right there, and I sang the Hindi parts also. I sang the Oriya part also, but they always want to they celebrate the names which are already celebrated. But we as artists, we do such stuff thinking that, oh, I'm collaborating with so-and-so, it'll give me a recognition. But somewhere, it's a long journey. I'm not here to complain or cry. I'm just here to say that it would be wonderful if our names are given, if we are given due credit. What more does an artist want? Artist wants applause and appreciation, which is why we're artists. Otherwise, we would also be in a corporate.
அது ஏன் அப்படி நடக்கிறது விஜயா? Is that because of some sense of insecurity that பேரை போட்டாக்க நம்மளுக்கு கிரெடிட் அவ்வளவு கிடைக்காது? இல்ல
அப்படி இருக்க வேண்டிய அவசியமே இல்லை. The people that I've worked with are all already huge stars and celebrities and legends. அவளுக்கு அந்த ஒரு இன்செக்யூரிட்டி இருக்க வேண்டிய அவசியமே இல்லை. No, I can't even say. I can't even tell why. See, in ad industries, அது ஜென்ரலாவே பேர் இருக்காது.
வராது.
That's never there. But in industries where names are given, you ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா போய் அதுல பாப்போம். Your name doesn't feature. You feel like it hurts.
That's true.
Now, the people who trust will trust me, but there'll be a lot of people சும்மா ஏதோ சொல்றப்ப மாய திருடன் பாடினேன் போய் பாப்பா அது ஏதோ சொல்றது அப்படின்னு நினைச்சுப்பா இல்லையா? I have had wonderful experience working with Kamal sir, Shankar Mahadevan. We worked in the studio called Sahara Naisa. And beautiful. Kamal Saroda, we were in splits laughing and enjoying and doing things. It was such an amazing experience. So Adala, I want to share. I would love if they had given my name, I would have shared it in a glorious way.
Ma'am, songs like that are eternal. I mean, as much as we respect your feelings, I feel like the spark of joy that you're providing us today by the work that you have done and the memory, the walk down the memory lane itself is so enjoyable. The Vishwarubamla ninga panna work line, it's eternal, it's timeless.
Absolutely. Which is why even more. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு timelessல பாடிட்டு
பேர் வரணும். Anyway, so let's hear you sing.
I have done my pop album with Leslie Lewis.
Right. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, I did music for Banke Ki Crazy Bharat, a Hindi comedy film. Beautiful experience that was. And I've done one more film which is not yet released, horror comedy. So every experience was beautiful for me. I've done songs for my NGO. I've done songs on Swachch Bharat. I've done songs for children's education.
In Cauveri River also you did?
Yes, Cauveri River also I did. I've been one of those people who just been focused on working rather than promoting myself. So I kept busy myself as a voice coach, as a composer, as a singer. Oh, popular, podrala, podliya, adupati kavala padavele. The joy of being there was much more important for me than the net result. அது பகவத்கீதால இருந்து ஃப்ரூட் எதிர்பார்க்காதே சொல்றது இருக்கலாம், அப்படி யோசிச்சு பண்ணல. பட் இட்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் பீன் த ப்ராசஸ் ஆஃப் மேக்கிங், த ப்ராசஸ் ஆஃப் சிங்கிங். கிடைச்சதுன்னா ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம்,
Very profound.
கூட சந்தோஷம்.
Very profound.
கடவுள் இல்லைன்னு நான் சொல்ல, இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்குமே தான் சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னு. அது மாதிரி
Mile Suru Mera Tumhara, again very monumental to everybody in the country. So if you're up for it, few lines.
So I had sung. তোমার মরা স্বরর মিলন সৃষ্টি করি চালায় কতনো. This is a specific Udiya part that I sang there. Then the Malayalam portion, as I said, Yesudas sir and Vijayaa Shankar sang that portion also. It starts with Saraganga. நானே மறந்து போறேன், இப்போ அவ்வளோ டைம் ஆயிடுது. பட் யூ கேன் செக் இட் அவுட். The Malayalam bit is composed by me. Then मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, तो सुर बने हमारा. सुर की नदियाँ हर दिशा से महके सागर में मिले, बादलों का रूप लेके बरसे हल्के हल्के. ओ मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा, तो
So blissful.
Lovely.
Blissful.
Bharati is saying your voice is too melodious.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So, Vijaya, in 10 minutes, can we do like a medley of a few songs that you can show us, the combination, for example, எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு தமிழ்ல ஒரு பாட்டு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். அது it's in Darbari Kannada.
Okay.
Let me see what song you pick in Darbari Kannada.
Like Darbari Kannada, the name itself, Darbari is the rag. Darbari Kannada rag is adopted from our Carnatic music Kannada raga. The name Darbari came because it was used as a court raga in the 16th century for Akbar. Mia Tansen took this raga from Carnatic music and put it in that. So based on the cultural influences, the raga goes. So suppose பொல்லாதையின் இதயம் ஏதோ சொல்லுதே நில்லாதையின் உயிரோ எங்கோ I'm not going to go through the entire song. I'll just do touch bass because time illa. Nani varugireen keda tarugireen kan tendi kai tendi மலரே மௌனமா மௌனமே வேதமா மலர்கள் பேசுமா பேசினான் போதுமா அன்பே மலரே மௌனமா மௌனமே வேதமா நிலை பெயராது சிலை போலவே நிலை பெயராது சிலை போலவே நின்று நேரமாவதறியாமலே மிக வினோதமான முரளிதர என்பது அலை பாயோதே கண்ணா கண்ணா மாதா காளிகா மாதா காளிகா மா கால மகாகாளி மா கால ஜகத ஜனனி பவானி 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 மாதா காளிகா மாதா காளிகா மாதா காளிகா Now Mata Kalika is called Rag Adana. Adana and Darbari are almost same color, but Adana goes faster. Darbari tends to go no. Oh दुनिया के रखवाले. So அதோட flow அந்த மாதிரி. Malare Maunama and Nane Vargiren and all. I can't even tell you what kind of song. Alai Pai De Kanna, of course, is like next level. So,
Somebody's asking.
huh?
பூக்கள் தெரியுமா அந்த பாட்டு?
என்னது? இக்கோ அடிக்கிறது.
தூக்கம் தருணம்.
என்ன தரும்? தூக்கம் தருமா?
இல்ல
புரியல.
There on the comments, if you just look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see it.
There are some comments which is coming. One of them was referring to the songs Pookal Pookum Tarunam அப்படின்னு ஒரு song இருக்கு இல்லையா தமிழ்ல அத பத்தி. So people are just enjoying. They're also saying very melodious, so nice. I'm such a loving fan. So அந்த மாதிரி today's உங்களோட flow வந்து
grateful.
Just beautiful to listen to.
Yeah.
So,
it's like I can't thank you both enough. I mean, it's such a wonderful evening you've given. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So since I was talking about Moksha Mantra, I thought I would hum a little bit. Nagendra Haraya Trilochana Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shrataya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Please do check out Moksha Mantras of Shiva. It's such a healing album. I have so many people coming and telling me that it has healed me of my illness. It has bailed me out of my mental sickness. It has bailed me out of my situation. It really feels good. And I can't even tell you, I had severe laryngitis when I was doing this project. I think Shiva only got it done. I have no clue how this went. And Ramesh Vinayakam sir, he was so beautiful in arranging this. And I stayed in Chennai and got it done. We recorded it at Chitra Chechi's studio, Krishna's studio. Beautiful experiences I have of this.
எனக்கு அந்த பாட்டெல்லாம் கேட்கும் போது அப்படியே ஸ்டுடியோல இருந்து கேக்குற மாதிரி இருக்கு ஒரு லைவ் சிங்கிங் மாதிரி இல்லனா I'm not even exaggerating a tad bit.
Thank you.
It's just a blessing.
Vijaya, it's great. So we've come up to the end of the show, but again, for people who joined us late, who weren't there in the beginning, we are doing this for a cause. We are trying to help musicians who are struggling during this COVID pandemic lockdown. Musicians வந்து programs இருந்தாதான் stage show இருந்தாதான் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து வருமானம். They get paid only, make money only when they are able to perform.
Absolutely.
Either in recording. And if they right now nothing is going on, and we are trying to help them by giving a little bit of some donation so they can manage to buy some groceries and put some food on the table.
Absolutely.
So punarjanmam.org is our website. You see that in the ticker that is scrolling. Please go, whoever is watching, whoever is
absolutely
interested, please do donate whatever you can help.
I appeal to people, those of you who are watching this show, kindly contribute whatever, everything, every drop counts. So whatever you can, just please do your bit. I've also been doing on my like whatever I can. There've been musicians who are selling up their instruments and stuff. Feels so terrible. So this shouldn't be happening. That is so terrible. So empty stomach la art varade. You just want to survive first. So adanala, since we are on a place where we are blessed and we have to be grateful for that, namlala enna mudinjadho adu panna. I'll also do myself.
Thank you so much. நான் வந்து ஒரு ரெக்வெஸ்ட் வச்சிருக்கேன். இந்த ஷோ முடியறதுக்கு முன்னாடி me and Venki are such big Bharati fans. பாரதியார் நாங்க வந்து ஒரு பெரிய ஃபேன். அண்ட் அதனால nobody can generate a sense of hope and positivity than பாரதிங்கிறது தமிழ்ல. அப்புறம் பெங்காலிஸ்க்கு எப்படி ஒரு ரவீந்திரநாத் தாகூர் நமக்கு தமிழ்ல. So if you can please ஏதாவது ஒரு பாரதி ஒரு பாடல்.
Okay. செந்தமிழ்நாடெனும் போதினிலே இன்பத்தேன் வந்து பாயது காதினிலே எங்கள் தந்தையர் நாடென்ற பேச்சினிலே ஒரு சக்தி பிறக்குது மூச்சினிலே செந்தமிழ்நாடெனும் போதினிலே இன்பத்தேன் வந்து பாயது காதினிலே எங்கள் தந்தையர் நாடென்ற பேச்சினிலே ஒரு சக்தி பிறக்குது மூச்சினிலே.
Beautiful. Vijaya, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on Southern Space today, and I'm hoping that a lot of people will continue watching this show.
No, it's my pleasure. I thank each and every one of the people that are watching. I thank you, Venki and Ramya, and I look for one live thing in the United States. And the COVID, Corona, illama varano, vandu paadano, live ungaloda interact pannano, pesano. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun time.
Thank you for reminding me of childhood. Thank you for giving back my childhood this morning. Thank you so much.
So much more to talk, so much more to sing, lots more to come.
Yes. Thank you, Vijaya.
Thanks,
Take care. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Good day.
And we'll meet you again next Saturday with another episode of Southern Spice Tamil Radio America Alapparaigal. Till then, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Best wishes. Bye.
Bye-bye.